When we were all teenagers, probably a little bit younger, I know that FPS has influenced you in such a dramatic way to the point that you still look back to those years super fondly. And when it comes to making this video, I knew I have to talk about it eventually. It's been on my mind for a long time, and I know there's been so many videos talking about this now, and it's just so bad now of where FPS is. It's just brutal because I want it so badly to succeed and just feel that spark that I had once for FPS games still be constantly ignited, constantly being innovative, and now it just feels so dead, and it really hurts me to my core because I want FPS to continue having that shine that it once did, but it just doesn't have it anymore. Lately, we've been getting such soulless content. We've been getting battle passes, just battle royales. And I know, by the way, that when it came to Warzone 3 or all these other battle royales that they're putting into different titles, that battle royale wasn't even its main trope. I know we all asked for that. Like, I know I asked for example, Warzone 3 to come out just like everyone else did. We all asked for that, right? For sure, because they did it and they do it every single year. So, I mean, we all had to be interested in it. No, that's not the case. We don't want these things, yet they do it every single year. I don't understand it, bro. Like, Battle Royale is just so dead, but there's something that's making them put it back in the games, putting it back in the limelight, and centering their games that once was about just a simple, casual, first-person shooter experience and turning it into something it's not. Do you guys see what Call of Duty is doing nowadays? Do you guys see it? They add, bro, I'm so dead. I can't tell you. They added Nicki Minaj and 21 Savage into Call of Duty. Where in your memory do you even conceive, when you were little playing Call of Duty, Black Ops 2 for instance, or even Black Ops 3, whatever Call of Duty you can think of, when you were little, like you were a teenager playing Call of Duty, what have you ever conceived that it would get to the point that they would add Nicki Minaj and 21 Savage into Call of Duty? They added that, bro. That Groot skin is so ugly. It is the goofiest thing I've ever seen. I can't take Call of Duty seriously anymore. That is so silly, bro. Like, it's I just don't understand. They keep shifting away from what made Call of Duty good, and it's now trash.
What? Ooh, this game's trash. This game's trash.
Pull up in a monster automobile gangster. Bang, 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 bang.
You hear these same issues that everyone has been talking about countless amounts of times, so much so that I swear we as the community are just getting sick of speaking about it every single time. Skill-based matchmaking. I think there's a EOMM engagement or EBMM engagement based matchmaking, whatever they call it. I like, they're adding bots to these games. Like, and apparently people think that they're just making that stuff up. I don't know how, because I remember one time, it was like years ago, I think, I went back to Fortnite simply because my nostalgia was just through the roof that day, and I was playing my first game in like years of touching the game, and I was going up against these people, and I thought they were real players because I wasn't aware at the time that they were adding bots to the game, but they were so inconceivably bad that I was looking at my brother while we were playing. I was like, nah, there's no way these are actual players. These are bots. I'm hearing that even Call of Duty is adding bots into oh my goodness, bro. Like, this is so bad, bro. You know, when you have to add bots, that people are not trying to play your game anymore. We're at this state where so many people, especially in the COD community, because when it comes to FPS, COD is king. Nobody's debating that. So when Xdefiant was in the works, everyone was like, yo, bro, everyone was dabbing each other up. They were like, yeah, bro, this is gonna be the COD killer, yo, Xdefiant's gonna be the new Call of Duty, it's gonna go crazy, bro. And then once we played at least in my experience, when we played the beta, it wasn't that good. I'm gonna be honest, there wasn't much content, and I understand a lot of people are gonna be like, yo, it's the beta though, just wait, just chill out, chill out. It's just the beta, bro. Let me whisper. It's just the beta, man. Come on, man. But like, let's be honest, when it comes to betas, once the full release comes out, it's not usually that much different than the beta. Like, sure, they're gonna add maybe a couple more game modes to the beta, at least from what we see from betas. They don't add too much, so you can't expect too drastic of a change. But I think Xdefiant is different because of the fact that how long it's taken to be released. Because the beta was released, I swear, like 3 months ago, probably more. It's been such a long time since Xdefiant's beta was closed, and it's been in works for so long, and I don't know when it's going to drop. It's to the point that people have forgotten about Xdefiant completely. But from what I'm hearing good stuff, but I'm not sure, because again, I don't really keep up with Xdefiant, because in general, from my first impressions of the game, it wasn't something too crazy like, yes, this is going to be the COD killer, because that's why we all played it, because we're looking for our next fix, bro, because Call of Duty is playing around with us. They're playing, because they keep adding the same things we don't like. So we're trying so desperately to find other things, and if we're not trying to do that, then this isn't me personally, but what I see other people do is they complain about COD, but then they buy the next COD. And I think the reason they do that is because they want to try so hard to love what Call of Duty could be rather than what it is objectively. Objectively, the game is not that good, and they'll admit that. They'll say they hate skill-based matchmaking, they hate battle passes, the lack of content, the content in general isn't that good. The servers are garbage now because they prioritize the skill-based matchmaking over connection. That's the old Call of Duty that was good, like back in Black Ops 2. Skill-based matchmaking was a thing, and a lot of people will use that in their arguments, saying skill-based matchmaking was a thing though back in the day, and you are correct, it is, but it was nerfed. It wasn't as OP as it is now. Now it is broken. It is OP. That's the reason no one wants to play this game no more. Nobody wants to play multiplayer no more. I don't want to play no more. I didn't buy Modern Warfare 3, and I'm so glad I didn't, because every single time when I'm on YouTube and I'm just looking on how Call of Duty's doing, how everyone who plays Call of Duty, who's purchased it, who's reviewed it, all that stuff, they say the things of how they feel about Call of Duty, and it is the worst things. And I am just like, I don't want to be that person that's like, I told you so, because I don't think it's necessary to be like that. But at the same time, I don't know how else to feel, because in general, when I hear all the things they have to say, I'm just happy, because I know that I didn't get ripped off buying that $70 DLC. The zombies in MW3 is practically a DLC extension to Outbreak from Cold War. If you guys remember Cold War Outbreak was pretty solid, I can't lie, but they are ripping people off, and this is disgusting. Like, I can't stand how bad FPS is gone. Now, let's talk about the finals. So when it came to the finals, I downloaded the game. People were talking about it. Team Zero was talking about it. So I was like, you know what? I'll give it a try. Sure, it's completely free, so why not? I gave it a try. I felt a little bit of a spark. I was like, this is kind of interesting. And I think I even gave my rating of the finals, at least for my first impressions, a 7.5 out of 10. Like, the experience was pretty good. The connection was pretty solid. I liked where it was going. I liked the whole idea of grabbing the cash, escorting it, and it being an objective-based game mode, so it felt different in terms of the traditional team deathmatch. But then the more I played it, the more I was just like, I don't feel this is going to hold up that long. At least maybe this is just me personally. it feels pretty mediocre. Like, it's not that good to keep my attention on the finals. The finals, when I first got it, it was one of those games where, like, yeah, it was pretty cool, but I'd go to it occasionally. It wasn't really something that I was on every single day, like as if it was a new BO2 or something, where I'm just constantly on it because it's that good, or it's like a God of War 2018 because it's that good. It's nah, man. The finals, it was cool. It was a nice attempt. Overall, it doesn't have that much content to keep anyone playing it over and over, at least me. Like, there's not much to these games. Don't get me wrong, the first time I tried it, I was like, oh, okay, this is something fresh, this is something new. Like, it's still in the FPS genre, but it's kind of interesting. It has a cool twist to it. I like the whole idea of what they have going on with the narrator talking over and being like, yeah, these are the new competitors. Like, that was really cool. I really liked that. But then the more you play it, the more burnout you start to feel, and the more you play, the more you start to realize that I think FPS is just at a very, very dry state that it's going to take a long time to get out of. And you know what just really stinks about this state of FPS is the hackers, man. Like, even when it comes to the old Call of Duty titles, I can't even really go back and genuinely play an online match of BO2 because everyone's running around with jiggy mods, bro. I can't take it anymore. Like, I can't even go back. I legit, to get this footage, I went on custom games with the Peacekeeper, and I can't lie, bro, the Peacekeeper was hitting different. The Peacekeeper was nasty, bro. And I can't, it just stinks because, like, I can't go back to simply just fill that void that I feel needs to be filled when I go back to an older title, to simply just relive the memories, because there's hackers in the older games. Like, Microsoft came out and they said that a lot of people were saying they fixed the old games, and then I was like, oh my goodness, I think they fixed the hacker situation. So I went back and the hackers are still there, so I'm confused. Like, what do people mean they fixed it? I ran into hackers the first game I was in, and then I watched some videos about it, and they were talking about, oh, they just fixed the servers because some people weren't allowed to get in the games because the servers were broken. And I was just like, oh my goodness, man. When it comes to these hackers, bro, you guys need to do something about these hackers. Like, I can't even enjoy a simple experience of just multiplayer, a simple experience of zombies. I can't even play Cold War. I remember I played Cold War Outbreak with my brother, and the amount of times we were getting kicked out was ridiculous, bro. So I was thinking to myself, what is going on? Because that was the time that Cold War was free for PlayStation Plus. So I was like, you know what, I'll give it a try. I had issues. I went on YouTube. I was like, what is going on? What is up with Cold War? Why am I getting kicked out? Are the servers broken or something? And that might have been the case, but when I was watching videos, then apparently hackers can see that you're online and just boot you off, and that apparently was the issue. I don't know if that is true or not. I wouldn't be surprised if it was true, because of the fact that hackers have just been bombarding Call of Duty players. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm on PlayStation. I can't even play Cold War because of hackers. A lot of people think it's just a PC issue with the hackers. Nope, apparently it's on console too. Everyone's getting smoke. It's everyone. And it's ridiculous. I don't know what to do or say anymore. I can't even go back to older titles and enjoy anything anymore. Now, guys, I'm pretty sure I covered everything I needed to cover in this video, in this topic, all that stuff. I'm going to be making a video in the future. I think I'm going to be talking about Call of Duty Gulf War, and that it might be the make or break game in terms of Call of Duty for me as a whole. I'm not sure yet, but maybe I'm going to wait till we get more details on Gulf War before I actually start talking about it. Some of the things that they've been talking about was actually pretty good. Like, I know they're adding gobblegums, I've heard, into zombies. So that's definitely a good sign, because the gobblegums in Black Ops 3 was something I loved. That was peak zombies days in Call of Duty. So Yeah, guys, I think I said everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please, let's have a conversation in the comment section down below. I know this was a long video, rant type video, but I can't lie. I like doing the rant type videos because there's a bunch of things that I just have to say. I have to get off my chest, and I do it in the form of video. So it is a very healthy coping mechanism in terms of how I feel in these games, bro. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.